Hello, how are you today? Welcome to Tea Time with Amara. Yes, and I'm so excited to be here. Do you know we're almost done? Yeah, this is actually the last part of chapter 1 of this book, and I really got very excited because I must confess to you that I lost it. To reading, I lost it. Yes, I lost my drive to reading for whatever reason. So I'm very happy that somehow I got to looking up Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor cannot but tell you can't listen to Bob Proctor like once or twice without him referring you to Think and Grow Rich, a book he read every single day for 56 years. He just passed on this month, 5th of February, which happens to be my anniversary. So I just started following him, and he talked about this book and what an awesome life he lived. And one major thing that impacted him, he said, in fact, his mentor, when he first met his mentor, he was 26 years old. He was broke, knew nothing. Okay. He didn't go to school. He was not successful at all. He wasn't getting on in life at all. And the first thing his mentor told him to do was to read the book Think and Grow Rich. And his mentor told him that if you read this book and you do everything they told you to do, they tell you to do in this book, your life is going to change. And not only did he read the book at the time, thanks for joining me. How are you doing? He said he read it every single day. What does that tell you? Life. For you to actually make it in life, it has to be a very, very intentional effort. No, it doesn't just happen that you just get successful. Because if it just happens like that, if you happen to just bump into riches, okay, somehow it disappears. But you have to become the person and actually succeeds. So I'm excited I'm reading this book, and I was shocked that I was done with chapter 1. Wow. And so what I do is that we read it together. If you have not got this book, Think and Grow It, I recommend. Okay, we're in the second month of 2022, and we all hope for a better 2022. We're not going to forget it. We're not going to slide back into, how the year comes in. The year starts, or the year is about to start, and we all hope that it goes well. Hello, Elijah. Elijah, let me invite you to my Zoom meeting this evening. I see that you always come around to my live. Can I invite you to my Zoom meeting? Can you send me a personal message? Let me invite you to my Zoom meeting tonight. We are learning a lot. We're learning things that keys us into preventive lifestyle. And then you could also be the link through which people around you will hear about it. There are people who have some terminal diseases like high blood pressure, arthritis, and they just feel that it's a hopeless condition. It's not, because the way God made our body is to heal itself. So because we live in a highly polluted world, it's possible that the body has been broken down. And if the body has been exposed to chemical drugs for so long, the body is unable to actually rise up and heal itself. So we found a technology that is actually helping the body heal itself, and it is highly economical. It helps people to stop spending endlessly on their health. So just in a way of saying thank you for always coming on my live, I want to let you know about those products. Okay, so send me a DM, Elijah Emmanuel. Let's talk. Okay, it has helped my mom. It has helped many people I look up to, many elderly people I look up to, old, middle age, young. It has really helped them. So back to Think and Grow Rich. We've come to the last portion of the book. The title of not the book, the chapter. The title of the chapter is Thoughts. And then, I hope I'm not getting it wrong. Yes, thoughts. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things, and powerful things at that. It all begins with what happens here. It all begins in what you tell yourself. So the essence of this video, the essence of everything I do, is to help people know that they can be better. You never get to a point where you've gotten to, the best version of yourself. Perfection. No. Progress is perfection. We strive for perfection. That's what we do. It's only God that's perfect. God is in his perfect state. God doesn't get better, but human beings get better. But it's not nice to get to a spot where you just stay. You just stay and you stop striving to get better. maybe because of one thing or the other. No, there's nothing that has happened to you or is happening to you that is worth you pausing, giving up, and refusing to strive. So tea time with Amara, you just grab something in the cup. I love to take my manpower coffee. Let me read the pack. Take my manpower coffee. Yes, I like you to also form a habit if you're 18 years and above, form a habit to drink this coffee. And also, you can also let people know about this coffee. It's a manpower coffee. It's powerhouse for men, spa for ladies. It helps with prostate condition, menopause, protect the heart and kidney. I take it every single day. I love it. All right, so I introduced it to my lifestyle. The things I found that is good for me, I will let you know. All right, so it's awesome. So tea time with Amara, and I'm conscious also that the light, the blue light on this phone, on the laptop that I'm looking at is getting to my eyelids and may hurt me. So I wear my quantum glasses, all right, to protect my eyes against radiation, UV rays, blue light, to improve the circulation of blood around my head. Hello, Venu. How are you? How are you, Venu? Hi. All right, good. So I wear it. So, and I sell them too. I sell this product, and I can also show you how, even if you don't have the funds, I would show you what you need to succeed in life is not money. Even if you don't have money, you can succeed. That's the message. I don't want you to limit yourself because of what you have or what you don't have. The first story we talked about in chapter 1 is because this chapter is the first thing they're talking about is thoughts. The thoughts you think, the thoughts that you allow yourself to think will determine your fate. The thought determines your fate. Do you understand? Thoughts, fate. It's very, very important. If you think of this, so Mr. Barnes, which is the first story Napoleon Hill told us about in this book, Mr. Barnes' thoughts. It was a thought that he told himself. He told himself that I am going to partner with Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was a well-known person. You know, Thomas Edison, the guy that discovered the light bulb. At that time, he was well-known, successful. Mr. Barnes was not known. He just sat in his little corner and told himself that he's going to partner with Thomas Edison. He didn't even have the money to transport himself from the city where he lived to where Edison was. He didn't have the money. That's why I told you, if you want to partner with me, don't look at the money, just contact me. I will show you how you can do it without money and how you can take yourself from where you are to where you want to be. I'm telling you, set your goal. You set your goal without limit and we will work it. And we will take you by the hand. But the principles that they talked about in this book will take you by the hand and you will actually become. So it's you. It's not just the money that's in your bank account. It is you and who you become. And because you go through the process of becoming, you'll be able to teach another. One of the challenges we have is that you have people who quote and unquote are successful, but they are unable to teach another person. And they say failure. You know what failure is? Failure is success without a successful a successful person without a successor is a successful failure. Can you write that down? A successful person without a successor is a successful failure. You can't do that. A successful person without a successor is a successful failure. Successful person without a successor. So when you achieve the success you're looking for, when you get to where you're going, you need to look back and pull another up. That is true success. That's why people like Napoleon Hill was able to write this book. That's what people who have succeeded around the world, true success, that is what they do. And that is the kind of person that I want you to set a goal to become. So we talked about thoughts in this chapter 1, and they gave us the example of Barnes, who thought to become Edison's partner, and he saw the opportunity. Remember, sometimes opportunity may disguise. Maybe what you're looking for may come in disguise. Maybe you have to take a path, like if you want to travel from one destination to the other, there might be different routes to get there. So Barnes set a goal to become Edison's partner. And the first thing that came, the first opportunity that came was to sell Edison's machine. He didn't go there to become a salesman, but he embraced that opportunity because at least it will give him a chance to get close to Edison. Life is a journey. Life is a journey, okay? So that's it. Never feel too big to do something. Never feel too big to learn. They say people who actually make it in the world of today are people who are able to unlearn. Yes, you have become an expert in the field, but life is moving on very, very fast. Technology is going very, very fast. Social media, things are going very fast. Today it might be this, tomorrow they tell you, no, it's not more like that, it's like this. Be the kind of person that's flexible enough to learn, and relearn. That is how it is. That's a secret. That is people who are going to make it today. So the second story we saw in the chapter the first chapter of Thoughts Are Things is the story of Mr. Darby and his uncle. And the lesson in that story is that as you have made up your mind, you are clear in what you want, you are clear in the thoughts, and think about only what you want. What you don't want, don't think about it. If a thought comes and say, what if? Do you want that? Ask yourself, do I want that? If you don't want it, don't think about it, please. Please, that is very key. Cancel the thoughts you don't want. Okay? Even somebody tells you that you're not being realistic and all that. People who succeed in life are not people who are realistic. They are people who are visionaries. Visionaries, they look crazy, but they dare to believe. And because they dare to believe, they make it. Okay? So, Mr. Darby and his uncle went out during the gold rush era, okay, in the venture to get gold, and they went on working and they gave up too soon. They gave up to sold the tools, sold the equipment to someone else, like what you can call a junk. The book actually called the person a junk. And do you know what? That junk had to dig only 3 feet from gold. Only 3 feet from gold, and he found gold. What's the lesson there? Don't quit. In your quest to make it, in your journey to be successful, make up your mind that you're not going to quit. If a business fails, that doesn't mean that you should quit. That business failed. And find out, why did it fail? Plan, review. Plan, do review. Plan, do review. Go back. What happened? Is it that the business is bad, or I didn't learn what I'm supposed to learn? By the way, this is my quantum necktie. I wear this because I work on the computer, I work on the phone, and I would usually bend. So I would experience some pain and strain on my back. Ask anybody who works in the office, they experience that. So when I have this necktie on me, it massages my spine and improves blood circulation, so I don't feel any pain or discomfort in what I do. So I'm living intentionally, and I'm also sharing with you what I do. Okay, all right. And I sell this product and I make good profits. So, and I also teach people how to get customers on this product sweetly. Yes. So that's the lesson. The next story they told us was the little girl who said, my mama's got to have her 50 cents. Don't give up. Decide that you will not give up no matter what happens. I won't give up. I will be persistent, and I'm going to stick to what I want. That was the story of Henry Ford. In the story of Henry Ford wanted something that has never happened before. He wanted an engine that has 8 cylinders. The engineers told him that it's not possible. He said, I want it, I must have it. Say it to yourself, I want it, I must have it. Can you put it on the chat? I want it, I must have it. I want it, I must have it. Nobody in your family has attained it. It doesn't matter. I want it, I must have it. The economy is so bad. The government is not supportive. I want it and I must have it. Oh, cost of things are going on fine. Type it there. I want it, I must have it. Put it on the chat. I want it, I must have it. I can, I must. I can, I will, I must. I write it every night before I go to bed. I write my goal every night before I go to bed. And one of the things I write, as I start writing my goal, everything I want to achieve this year, I write it out every night. I put it, I concretize it in my subconscious. I put it there and I write, I can, I will, I must. I can, and it drives me every day. Every day I do what I have to do because it's a journey. And it's so interesting that when you, just by saying you want it, that's how it will happen. Oh, I don't mean to spend so long a time, but the last part of this book now tells us that you are the master of your faith. How your life happens, how it ends up is in your hand. You're the master of your faith. You are. So tell yourself, I am the master of my faith. I'm the captain of my soul. I'm the master of my faith. I'm the captain of my soul. If it is to be, it's up to me. Get to a spot where you don't blame anybody. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame your environment. Don't blame anybody. No. God is faithful. The God that has given you life, the God that has brought you to planet Earth is very faithful. Eh? He's just waiting on you. Life is waiting on you. God is waiting on you to make up your mind. And once you make up your mind, and that made up mind is strong, he'll back you up. All right? So we can get whatever we set our mind on to get. All right? So you can convert your ideas into great success, into by applying the principles we're going to be sharing on Tea Time with Amara. So set your alarm 6 p.m. every day. By the mercy of God, I will be here and we'll be reading this book together. So Emmanuel, if you don't have this book, just buy it. It's not so expensive. In fact, invest in it. You have to borrow to buy it, buy it. If you have it, pull it out. I had it before, I pulled it out and I'm reading it. So the next page we're going to is chapter 2. So remember, we went from thoughts to refusing to quit, to persevering, to sticking to what we want, and then in knowing that if we practice these principles, we must succeed. Have a wonderful time. Emmanuel, I look forward to hearing from you. I want to especially invite you to the Zoom meeting tonight. We need to talk, all right? Thank you so much for being on this live. Share the live. Let other people learn with us and then be with us 6 p.m. every day. Let's learn together. Thank you. Yes, thank you.